You're with Clement Manyathela
on 702.
Let's walk the talk. Streaming on the Prime Media Plus app.
DSTV channel 856.
92.7 and 106 FM.
6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Dumelang. Happy Monday. Welcome to the Clement Manyathela Show on this Monday morning, the 23rd day of March. It's so wonderful to have you with us here on 702. I hope you're good this morning, and I hope you've had a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And I know for some of you it included running the Omdidam Marathon. Did you run 50 kilometers of a grilling ultra marathon? How did you find it if you ran? I also ran it on Saturday, and my goodness, what a tough race. It was my third Omdidam marathon, but you just never get used to Sarki's neck, do you? That uphill. How did you find it? Let me know on 011-883-0702. WhatsApp's on 072-702-1702. There was a lot happening this weekend. LIV Golf as well. That tournament was hosted in South Africa for the very first time. The event took place at Steyn City, where thousands of fans gathered for what many are calling a more exciting, fast-paced version of golf. American star Bryson DeChambeau took the win, beating John Ram in the playoff after both players delivered incredible performances. I mean, this wasn't your traditional golf tournament. LIV Golf is known for its shorter format, music on the course. It's like a more relaxed atmosphere, almost like a sporting festival. So congratulations to South Africa for hosting this. Congratulations to Steyn City, the organizers. It really looked like an incredible success. Did you attend that LIV Golf at Steyn City? What was the atmosphere like? If you didn't go, did you even know it was happening? And what do you think of this new high energy format of golf? Give us a call or send us a WhatsApp voice note. I am also interested in your thoughts on the comments made by the economic freedom fighters, Julius Malema, about the KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner, Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi. He said Mkhwanazi needs to stop dragging the EFF into his personal fights inside the police. In fact, if you missed it, this is what Julius Malema said over the weekend.
Mkhwanazi, we are not fanatics of Mkhwanazi. Right now we are not ball boys of Mkhwanazi or ball girls of Mkhwanazi. We stand with the truth. And if you plunder, we will tell you this is not right. We don't care whether it's Mkhwanazi or not. Mkhwanazi has given us issues. We are dealing with those issues. He must stop being sensitive that everyone who doesn't speak good about him, that person becomes the enemy. If he's a true policeman, let him remain true policeman and allow Madlanga and the ad hoc committee to deal with what he has raised. He must never think he can blackmail or threaten anyone. We are not scared of policemen. When we joined the struggle, we were taught not to be scared of a policeman. We have not done it when we were young. We are not going to do it when we are old. Mkhwanazi is fighting General Khan. And every time he fights General Khan, he drags the EFF name, he drags the CIC's name to fight General Khan. Let him fight Khan if they've got their own issues, and leave the EFF out of their nonsense, because EFF is not part of any nonsense they are fighting about in the police.
Sure. Yeah, he
Again.
really seemed upset there.
Mkhwanazi.
What do you think is at play here? What do you believe is happening here? Do you think that's how General Mkhwanazi positioned it, dragging the EFF in this? Do you think the EFF leader is misreading it? Share your thoughts with us, please. 011-883-0702. WhatsApp's on 072-702-1702.
Clement Manyathela, streaming on the Prime Media Plus app,
DSTV channel 856
92.7
and 106 FM.
Morning, Clement. I went to that LIV Golf on Friday. I used the park and ride, which was an experience on its own, from Clearwater Mall. I didn't realize we can have 2 cop cars and motorbikes escort us there, which was kind of crazy. We weren't even stopping at red robots. We were like the government. Felt very special. Getting on arrival, it was long queues to get in, but what I will say is what a well-organized event. From food, drinks, and toilets, which is always issues when we have these big events in South Africa. Normally, you wait for days to get a beer. I didn't really struggle there. The toilets were clean. The staff were friendly. Great event. I didn't make the black coffee. I'm too old for that now. But, all in all, very lucky event.
Congratulations to the organizers. Well done.
Good morning, Clement, and good morning to 702 listeners. Listen, man. so Mkhwanazi has touched the nerve. He has definitely touched the nerve on Julius Malema, and he's not addressing the real issues here. He's not saying anything about the mention of his name, the CIC Juju at the commission. He's just diverting the attention. And this is the same guy who was saying a couple of months ago that they've got a space for Julius Mkhwanazi in the EFF. Now that the ball has turned and his name is compromised, now suddenly Mkhwanazi is an enemy. This is a flip-flop out of note, Clement. Tabang in Rustenburg. Bye.
your voice,
Your station.
your open line
Walk the talk with Clement Manyathela.
on 702.
15 minutes after 9 o'clock. I'm going to come back to more of your calls and WhatsApps in a moment. I just want to address this elephant in the room. Or is it in the studio? So let's call it the elephant in the studio. Of course, we would be naive and quite ridiculous to act as if nothing happened this weekend and that there was no story in the Sunday Times that somehow has brought me in the mix of things. If you were not aware, so that you're not left behind, there was a story in the Sunday Times about Face the Nation on the SABC and the reasons that their sources gave them for the show being canned. And I know that there's some of you that are probably hoping, okay, are we going to talk about it this morning? Some of you have already given us calls, send us messages. But I just want to explain something quickly, and I hope you can indulge me, just for about 2 minutes or so. First of all, I want you to appreciate how tricky and complicated this is, of course, for me. Journalists don't ever want to be the story, and this is a very uncomfortable environment for any journalist, for that matter, to be the story. So it's a bit weird to make this even a discussion point on this platform, especially because the other party is not here to defend itself. But also, 702 has got nothing to do with what's transpired. So I don't want to abuse this platform. Because I could, and I could do an entire hour telling you my side of the story and revealing what I know. But I want to be the bigger person. And that includes not dedicating an entire hour on my radio show, which has got nothing to do with my TV show, going against another platform. That's not how I operate. And I hope you can understand that complexity. But secondly, I also don't want to censor you, because this is a platform we have created, you and I, together to allow for conversations, any conversation on the open line, as difficult and as awkward and uncomfortable as it can be. In fact, historically, this radio station is known for discussing issues that even have to do with itself. When there have been controversies surrounding the station or the Prime Media Group, we've never shied away from talking about it, even as presenters. And I don't want to come across as if because now I'm caught in this fight between the Sunday Times and the SABC, then I censor any conversation about that. That's not how I operate. So I won't censor you, but I just want you to understand that it would be unfair to spend an entire hour chatting about another institution which is not here to defend itself. I choose to be a much more bigger person here. Now, the last thing I want to explain is this, because of course some people wanted to know about, okay, what really transpired. I've already, you can check out the Sunday Times article. There's a comment I gave because I was just as surprised on Friday when I got a call from them. So for those who may be wondering what transpired and you're confused, I was told about the show being canned a month ago already, and we noted that decision. We accepted it because the reasons made sense, in fact, to us. We were told the SABC can't afford the show anymore. In that meeting, management told us this was a tough decision for them because this is one of their flagship shows. In fact, they even suggested they would consider bringing it back if they get funding from the government. That decision was very difficult for them. That's exactly what they told me. They know that. In fact, anyone close to me will tell you of what my plans were for this year, which then shows you that there's no interest in trying to speak bad about the SABC for cancelling a show. It's a decision that the SABC makes, and that's not a weird thing. But I think things changed on Friday when I got the call from the Sunday Times. And as soon as I got the call, I called my boss immediately, even before I gave comment to the Sunday Times. I called my boss and I said, what's going on? I just got a call from a journalist from the Sunday Times. Who said what? He was also equally surprised. And the situation deteriorated to a disappointing level because lies are now being told and misleading headlines are being run, which is now getting personal. And I don't think that's necessary. I spoke to management yesterday at the SABC about the headline that has been doing the rounds about the show being X'd because it performed poorly. They assured me that that was wrong, that this is not what they approved, and they assured me that they're going to correct that. And I hope they can still do that because we can be bigger people here and not want to make this as messy as it's become because it wasn't meant to be. Because if things continue to be said, lies are continuing to be made, things are being leaked to position the show in a different way, which they know is not true, this gets messier. It doesn't help anyone. The SABC has a right to take decisions about its shows. And that's all of us have to respect. Whether you're a presenter, whether you are a person who watches the shows, whether you are heartbroken the show ends or not, that's a prerogative of the SABC. But what I take exception to is when things now get personalized. Now I'm being thrown into the mix as if I'm in the middle of the fight between what the Sunday Times reports and the SABC management. I've spoken to the people I need to talk to. I spoke to Vincent Magwenya about his tweet. He apologized. He even offered to come on the show. I just told him I don't really want to abuse this platform for that. But he's apologized for how he framed that tweet because it suggested I know a real reason that I'm not revealing out to the public. So there's no bad blood even between us, and there's never been. So I just thought I should give that context and not pretend as if nothing really happened, because a lot of you have contacted us, want to know what transpired. That's that, but I hope you can also appreciate that it's a bit awkward here to be the adjudicator and talk about things that involves me. And the unfair thing is that the other platform is not here to defend itself. And I don't think that's how we would want to manage it. And I also don't think that I'm choosing that we must be the bigger person and hope that this thing actually just gets resolved amicably and there's no need for people to get personal, because it can get worse. It can get worse if things are revealed and people are going to likely even lose their jobs. And that's unnecessary. This is a relationship that existed, which worked when it existed, and now it's ended. And I just hope that we can all be adults and move on from it. That is my hope. Is it going to be the case? I don't know. But that's a position, at least, that I hold this morning, with no bad blood whatsoever, with an opportunity for, let's not be personal and tell lies. Let's just be honest and truthful. It's 22 minutes after 9 o'clock.
Your voice,
Your station.
Your open line
Walk the talk with Clement Manyathela.
on 702.
Martin, you're calling us from Soweto in Chiawelo. Good morning.
Hi, morning, Clement.
Hey, Tzara.
I was listening to Julius Malema utterances now when he said he's not fighting parties between Mkhwanazi and that other gentleman whom I forgot his name. My surprise is whenever Malema is being exposed, his fingerprints are always appearing in corruption.
Yeah.
I was just telling your producer that Malema built a house for 16 million rand in Santini when he was still a member of the youth league. He was earning 30,000 rand per month. Tenders from Limpopo used to with his friend Clement Manyathela when I was a member of the youth league, the president of the youth league from the African National Congress, used to grab tenders in Limpopo for himself. EFF on its own there was a guy there, I forgot his name, a cigarette, this fake cigarette, Mazotia. He sponsored 250,000 rand from Malema's party.
Yeah, but we've known this, Martin. Why are you bringing that back now? What link does it have to what Malema is talking about? Because at least it appears to me, Martin, like Malema touched a nerve. He criticized someone that maybe you think he shouldn't have criticized, and now let's go back to who funded the EFF. What did the Julius Malema do back in 2008? And I'm not suggesting those things are not legitimate. I'm just saying, let's be also honest about why we're bringing those things back. Is it because he's now criticizing a man that you maybe think shouldn't be criticized?
I was, Clement, I'm watching the commission here at home. That even last week Friday, I was watching Madam Commission.
Yeah.
Where Mkhwanazi was explaining that Malema is slow to the tax deposits, he mentioned a lot of things about Malema.
Yeah.
And then if you can see you can see what is happening at Madam Commission. They are talking about corruption there. 90% of what is being exposed, there is corruption between the politicians and those who are associated to the politicians. And Malema was part of what Mkhwanazi was saying. Now,
got you.
if he was not offended to what the general was saying, he should have said what he said at his rally in Johannesburg on Saturday.
Okay, Martin in Chiawelo, Soweto, thank you for your contribution. Sipo, what do you think? Good morning.
Morning, Tim. How are you?
I'm all right, man. How are you doing?
Good, man. I nearly say, Conjalwena man CM when I will see
CM.
They are because the next thing, your names, you kind of blaming people. Malema, I can't don't understand the card. Last day he was praising Mkhwanazi. Left, right, and center. We must protect Mkhwanazi. No, you must compose a song. Now he's turning a tune. And Mkhwanazi never did nothing to Malema. Funny because he's the one telling us how things are done. Politicians, business people, whoever in cabinet and in government. Hence, for example, this Adams and Ken. We never knew that the guys are the ANC. Malema is EFF. Everywhere in his podium, Malema is blaming ANC for corruption, he's blaming ANC for what. But on Mondays, they meet in Santini with this very same ANC gentlemen. He's doing business with them. In front of his people, EFF people, he's telling them lies, more especially young kids at his age, leading them with lies.
Sipo, can I ask?
Yes, pa.
When you say Malema was praising Mkhwanazi last year, what is wrong with praising someone and also not seeing things in the same way later on? So what is wrong with me, for instance? Let me use my example. What if I praise Julius today and then next week I criticize Julius because I think he's done something wrong or he said something that I think is factually incorrect or like the way, like I've done so in the past, because some of the supporters of the EFF would come and say, oh, how dare you criticize this man, but last week you were just praising him. You are an anti-EFF person. So how is that different here? Why can't we take that Julius Malema supports General Mkhwanazi and appreciates the information that is shared, but he can also in some issues not see eye to eye? And it's okay for them to disagree like that. Why then must Malema then be branded the bad person here. And I'm not saying he's not wrong for what he's done. I'm just trying to raise the issue of you praised him last year. Now you've changed your tune. I don't think Malema says they don't support General Mkhwanazi anymore. He's just saying we disagree with him on this one part. And that can be a separate debate on what the disagreement is about. But the point is, it's okay for us to support people, agree with them, and next week, if something else happens, we can say, this time around, we think this is wrong.
Kenny, I'm 100% with you. Today you criticize me, tomorrow you praise me. You praise me on what? You criticize me on what? When I this say of hey shayara, you can praise me, but when I hit you direct, because we just finished to say now you hate lies, you hate disloyal people whatsoever. If you do wrong, I just come straight to you. Then you come on fire. Yeah, people is like this. No, it doesn't go like that. If I also talk to you directly in a wrong way, accept it, then let's deal with it. But you're not supposed to make and shout about Mkhwanazi, this and that. And he's confusing people.
Okay. No, I hear you. Sipho in Katlehong. Thank you. Let's hear what the other listeners think on 011-883-0702. Let's go to your WhatsApps.
Hey, morning, Clement. O'Brien for Storas. Clement, the issue with you at the SABC Face the Nation. Look, man, I just want to say, keep up the good job, man. We know you from radio. You are tough on your job. Your questioning is on level. So don't doubt yourself. We are very much thankful as your listeners. Is there a good thing to do? What you have done, we don't see anything wrong in it. Although, yes, there are talks here and there, but keep on doing the good thing. And pay your TV license. It is the right thing to do. Thank you, Clement.
Goeiemorgen, Clemmy. Floris here from the beautiful Western Cape. Clemmy, any comment about your show being pulled, Face the Nation? I don't see anything wrong with the way you are questioning people or how you interview people, man. Those people don't know what they are losing, man. Yeah. Either way, Clemmy, I would then rather just listen to your show on radio. It's their loss. Bye-bye. Have a good show. Bye-bye.
Good morning, Clems. Clems, I respect you for being the bigger person in this whole thing. You are so professional about this matter of the SABC and your show. But Clems, this matter is not about Clement Manyathela as a person. South Africans are angry because this is a threat to media freedom. You are doing a sterling job. And the reason that you provide, or that they provided to you, that the show was expensive, yes, fine. If you accept that, that's okay. But as citizens, we know that that is not the case. That's why on Twitter there was a statement from someone who purports to work for the SABC, who was saying the show did not do well. What do we say then? Thank you, Clems.
Yeah, thank you. Look, as I've said, I think I'm choosing that. I think let's be the bigger people. Let's be professional and not get out of hand. I think if this continues to be a fight, I'm sure the evidence is going to be revealed about the performance of the show that the bosses know very well. The evidence will be revealed about the pressures we've also faced, because that's never been a secret. But also evidence will be revealed on how the show, where they were so happy with the show that they were willing to actually increase its episodes. I was just studying last year. I couldn't take on 4 or 3 shows a week. And they wanted me to increase that because they were encouraged by the success of the show. I'm just saying that the truth will reveal itself. It will. And I'm choosing that I don't want to be abusing this platform. I think we can leave it there. I just wanted to explain the things I explained, but I'm choosing to be the bigger person here because this will get unnecessarily dirty, and I don't think we need to even get there. And sometimes you just have to take the responsibility of choosing that other path, and that's the one I take. But the truth will reveal itself, my friends. It's 9:33.
Your voice.
Your station.
Your open line.
Walk the talk with Clement Manyathela
On 702.
It's 23 minutes before 10 o'clock. This is the 702 open line. We're taking your calls on 011-883-0702. WhatsApp's on 072-702-1702. Let's start with you in Centurion. Good morning.
Money, Mecha.
Hey, Tada.
Orenda.
I can not. Go ahead.
I didn't know but I always appreciate your journalism.
Sure.
So I always appreciate it, man. You're doing a good job. But anyway, Asikolapa. Mamela. I think CICO is like man. About being, there's no need to be defensive. I think the question that I was asked, it was asked to Mkhwanazi if he is closer to Khan, if they are friends with Khan. And I think Mkhwanazi answered by saying he believes so. Understand? If that's the issue, I mean, if he is close to Khan, he must just come out and explain to us, or Mamelang, yes, I'm close to this person, or no, I'm not close to this person. If I'm close, we are close, but we are close because of this and this and this. It's got nothing to do with what is happening now. Understand? So there was no need to come out all defensive. It looks like now. Someone is hiding something, the way it looks like. You understand? By our politicians, I think by man, they lose it there by coming out and wanting to become defensive, and then an 1 hour Facebook live wanting to explain, telling people about people's mothers and all of that. You just need to keep calm. Even if you don't give out a verbal statement, you can give out a written statement and say, I will let the law take its course. I will let the investigation take its course. If I'm guilty, I will accept it. If I'm not, I will fall for the consequence. I will take the consequences. Okay. So and then when I attack people, it makes look like they're hiding something, even if you're not hiding anything at times.
Yeah. Okay. Lehlawanolo in Centurion, thank you for your contribution. Tulani, you are in Centurion. What do you want to say? You were at LIV Golf.
Yes, I was, Clement. I was.
Benjamin.
I attended the Friday edition. No, it was really, really spot on, man. The organizers of that event are really, really the best. Everything was just spot on. The only criticism that I have, Clement, is that the event is held in a residential estate. As a result, for example, the hospitality suite closed pronto at 5 o'clock.
Oh, no.
Everyone was told to leave. So
on a Friday.
Yeah. And he would understand. I mean, we still wanted to set, but because it's in a residential estate, they have to chuck you out. So that's the one thing. The other thing I wanted to raise, Clement, and I think you and I are going to agree on this one. I think we're going to win this league this year. Pirates is on fire.
Oh no, we are. Did you see what we did this weekend?
I tell you. Yeah. I think the only thing I want to, I hope Hugo Bruce can take Siema. I mean, I think Siema is one of the best centre backs that we have in this country. His pairing with Mbogazi was the best, and I don't know why Hugo Bruce hasn't noticed him as a player. Yeah. The last thing I wanted to raise, Clement, is your school visits. In the event you do get an invitation from a school in Tembisa, please let me know. I'd like to accompany you. Thank you very much.
Oh, great. Tulani, I've actually received a number of invitations. Let me get Zintle to take your contacts, because I'm actually going to, I've been asked to come speak at another school around Joburg in a couple of weeks' time. So I'll contact you. Let's see what we can do.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tulani. And let's go to Mokhatla Tsipi in Johannesburg. Good morning.
Morning, how are you, Clement?
I'm all right, my brother. Go ahead.
Proper. Yeah, Clement, whatever. People like to hold the EFF accountable for things they say, né?
Mm-hmm.
But don't hold the ANC and the DA accountable for things they do. You would have seen with the open border issue, they don't care much about the ANC. That's actually allowing illegal foreigners to come in the country. Mm. And the DA's core constituency, that's hiring them. So I'm saying with that, Clement, over South Africa, we have a very gullible and a confused bunch who will drag a black man over allegations and wants them to go to jail at all costs. But they're okay with having, pro-apartheid individuals as ministers. So that's what we are dealing with here. Perception, when Clement, I'm sure you know this. Perception is everything. We cannot pretend like Malema was not already found guilty by all these people before the commission could even start. I agree with Malema, is always guilty until proven innocent. Remember when he wanted Mkhwanazi to be subpoenaed after he dictated when to appear before them. People were already saying Malema is corrupt and talking a whole lot of nonsense.
When he said Julia Mkhwanazi needs to come back to the commission to retract the statement he made about Bheki Cele, because remember Mkhwanazi sent a message to the committee, to the ad hoc committee, and said, I made an error. And then they said, no, he must come here to retract it. And some people were already unhappy about even that suggestion from Malema, and then trying to point him as he's now defending something. When actually, but also Malema was very supportive of General Mkhwanazi in the beginning. Yeah, my worry, Mokhatla is why can't the two exist? Like, I can be in support. You can agree with me today about something, Mokhatla, and 2 months later, you and I still disagree on the issue of the EFF. But that's okay. That's how it should be.
Yes. So I'm saying Mkhwanazi has the responsibility as well not to make statements that are half truth. He must be responsible in that he give full truth and not just throw in names without giving context. He makes this regular statement on a public platform, which is Parliament. And people will not wait for a final report to form an opinion on every allegation he makes. They want clarity, and Malema did just that. So I understand that, Clement.
Yeah. All right. Mokhatla Tsipi, thank you so much for your contribution. Let's go to your WhatsApps, 072-702-1702. Okay, before we get to those, let me read some text now. Tabucho on the WhatsApp line says, Clement, wow, the fact that Mkhwanazi has misled the ad hoc committee and created an impression that Khan introduced him to Malema while he actually asked for a meeting is being ignored. Backtracking on Cele Meta and producing prison letters as evidence before Parliament, taking people's names deliberately without any forensic evidence. The Messiah complex is real in this country. That's a message from Tabucho on the WhatsApp line. Hey, yeah. The other one says, hi, Clement. The dog got the beating up until the owner comes out. I'm happy the EFF is feeling the heat. Gone are the days when people can take advantage of South Africa. We are watching. That's a message from Vincent. Another one says, morning, Clement. I've never said anything about the EFF. He just said, Mkhwanazi never said anything about the EFF. He just said he knew Julius via Khan. Unless I'm missing something, has he said anything bad about the EFF and Malema? The guilty ones are always afraid. In fact, for listeners who may not remember what General Mkhwanazi said about Khan and the EFF, just take a listen and you decide then if Julius Malema's response was then appropriate.
This is an indication of the influence and the access that General Khan has in politicians. So he bragged about it when he told me. To what extent, I did not know. But as you receive information and you get to realize that this man, he is indeed connected to many politicians. I said the lead of EFF, for the first time for me to sit with him, is because it's Khan that took me to go and meet with him. Well, obviously, he had his concerns about the rallies and everything they were going to have there, which he would have met me anyway via Khan. But for whatever reason, Khan arranged that meeting so that we could meet and talk about the concern that they were having as a party. But that was an indication, according to what I observed, that the man is very close to politicians.
Your voice.
Your station.
Your open line.
Walk the talk with Clement Manyathela
on 702.
Morning, Madimeja Mwagui and Jobek. Madimeja, the CIC is misreading this thing. Like, I don't know, he doesn't read the room. Like, I can't understand him. Because I've listened to Mkhwanazi. There's no way he's accusing Julius Malema or mentioning the EFF that they are doing the wrong things. They live in Kosi there at Madlanga Commission. The person who's mentioning Julius and the EFF on those corruption tenders in Tswana. But he's here attacking Mkhwanazi. That means there's something wrong that Malema is doing. There's something wrong that Malema is doing. Yeah, even me, I was wondering, where was this Malema, this information he was getting from? Kanti was getting the information from Khan and Sivia. Now he can't read the room, this guy. Now, man, he can't read the room. He must read the room. Have a great one.
Morning, Clement. Not because particularly I'm a fan of Malema, but I think you've also mentioned that, that I think we must be very careful that nobody is beyond reproach. This idea that Mkhwanazi, yes, he blew the whistle, he did the right thing, he exposed corruption, but let's not place him on this pedestal that he cannot be questioned, or like Malema said, anybody who questions his credential automatically is corrupt. I think let's be very, very careful that there are no sacred cows. Mkhwanazi is human. I think you've alluded to this in the past.
And I was a text
He's human, and there's this movement, this Mkhwanazi movement, especially on social media, that you touch Mkhwanazi, it means that you are corrupt. Mkhwanazi is human. Prince, Bedfordville.
Yeah, and Prince, I mean, I've held my position in the past, and I got attacked for it. I mean, I took it. That's part of the work. I realized the desperation that some of us have for a hero, to a point that there'll be blind loyalty. What's interesting to me is the very same people who are attacking you when you criticize, whether it's General Mkhwanazi or Sibia, are the very same people now who are coming out and saying, no, but Mkhwanazi must also be willing to be criticized. And once again, nobody can take away from what General Mkhwanazi has done. I mean, my goodness, what he has revealed has saved this country from much more than what could have been. And I think this nation owes him for that. And I'm sure the EFF still takes the same position. But there's this idea then that nobody can then disagree with him. And when you disagree with him on something, then you are corrupt. I don't think that's healthy. I don't think it is. It's okay for you to go, okay, but Julius, why are you being unfair? You are being too defensive in your response, because Mkhwanazi only said 1, 2, 3. You are giving an impression that he meant 1, 2, 3. Maybe question that, but the premise cannot be that, how dare you criticize this person because he can't be criticized? Then that means you are corrupt and you are hiding something. I don't think that's healthy. In fact, what's healthy, any healthy relationship, is that there'll be ups and downs. In this case, the EFF still supports Mkhwanazi. I haven't found any statement or anyone from the EFF who's come out to say, actually, this guy, we don't support him anymore. They support what he said. They're appreciative of what he's done. It's just that now they disagree on how this relationship between Malema and Khan is being positioned in the public. That's where they disagree on. But that doesn't take away from the work General Mkhwanazi has done. And we shouldn't take it there, I think. More of your thoughts after the break. It's 10 minutes before 10.
Your voice.
Your station.
Your open line.
Walk the talk with Clement Manyathela.
On 702.
7 minutes before 10 o'clock.
Hey, morning, Clement. Does Julius ever want to win the elections and be president? Because I think this guy keeps shooting himself in the foot every chance he opens his mouth. Like you don't mess with South Africa's darling, hey? Like, you don't mess with Mkhwanazi's name and talk the things you're saying, and he's just, no. I think he's one of those people that have verbal diarrhea. Yeah? Icon. Cooks from Devland.
Good morning, Clement Manyathela and 702 listeners. I do follow the sport of golf. I think LIV for coming to South Africa has brought some economic benefits, because they say for every 13 tourists, there is one employment that has been created. And we are also being told that it raised almost 800 million worth of economic value. Therefore, I think it was a good initiative to bring into our shores. Thank you.
Morning, Clement. Clement, I just want to say the LIV Golf experience, that was crazy. It actually just showed me that crime in this country is probably a business for some others. It made no sense to me why there was so many cops escorting buses. Every intersection in 4 ways, all the way up to Bryanston, had a police car parked next to it, just standing there, idle. it made absolutely zero sense. I would like to see how many crimes were committed in the inner city of Johannesburg, Randburg, while so much cops were reserved just to present or prepare for the LIV Golf experience, which was hosted on private property, by the way, not even government property, private property. Anyway, thanks, Max from the West.
Yeah, Max, thank you. And once again, I mean, congratulations to the organizers. They really did the best. I remember I was following just how the build-up, of course, to LIV. I played golf at Staines City a couple of weeks before this tournament this past weekend. And you could see just the work that was being done there to make sure that the pitch, the course is ready. So it looks like in partnership, of course, with our government, they've pulled it. They really have pulled off an incredible tournament. Now let's work towards getting Formula One back to South Africa, because we can do it.
Good morning, Clement. Same here in the Free State. No, I attended the LIV Golf SA. Wow, what a beautiful organized event. I attended Friday and Saturday. Wow, it was very, very good. And black coffee, wow. No. Well done to the organizers of the tournament. Thank you.
Your voice.
Your station.
Your open line.
Walk the talk with Clement Manyathela
on 702.
Tsepo, you're calling from Lombardi East. Good morning.
Good morning. Listen, 80% of the issues brought by Mkhwanazi, we believe and he has saved the country. But there is this thing that Rona, South Africans, we tend to, actually not only South Africans, the whole entire world. If, like, there are people who follow Malema. Whatever he says is true. And you will find people who follow Bushiri. Whatever he says is true. Now, when there is allegations against those people, we tend to forget the facts and leave the facts behind. We don't show care of our country. Right now, Mkhwanazi is bringing this issue against Malema. And I tend to believe most of the things that are said by Malema, but I criticize as well. But now I want us to put us in this position. Let us wait for facts, evidence, and then we move. The noise that has been made. Somebody was saying, do we know how Juju speaks? Juju always shouts when he speaks. When he's calm, it's less than 10% of his time. But I think we need to educate ourselves that we don't have to follow people by heart and blood and everything. Let's check the facts. And right now, there's a guy called Pastor Michael Sandlana. He bribed Judge Patlani in Pretoria there. Right now, the man is accused of hijacking IPAC church. People are following him. They don't want to listen to the facts. They even wanted to open a police van when it was going out of court. So it is the problem that we have as the nation.
Tsepo in Lombardi East, thank you for your contribution.